Danganronpa.
Investigate. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. Excuse me. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out who she was killed. Oh, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Alright, so we need to leave the gym and head to my room. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I better examine the state of the room a little closer. That might reveal something new. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it. So this must be my room key, if I remember correctly.
Ah, that's right! We'll have to trade keys!
When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. Wait, if that's true, then how'd the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Maybe we should drop the key. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something? No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. She couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Switched rooms has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. This is the replica sword I brought back from the... for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, to take it out of its sheath. And I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. It shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Replica sword. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense, but this means it was used in the attack somehow, and plus the sword's been has been taken out, and so it's just the sheath. But, huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of it could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why were the scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath. There are gashes. There are gashes in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? Toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We haven't...
What?
We aren't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either? You haven't used yours either, then?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted theirs out. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Cause, like, why the hell would we? Toolkit. This is the display stand. The sword was on. There are scratches and gashes on the wall and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it! I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something.
wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in this room right now next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well,
Perhaps perhaps this was another of Monokuma's suggestions. Created, strategies. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies. Creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle. There are scratches and gouges on the wall and bed. Is this evidence of a struggle? Looks like there's a fight in my room.
well,
I can hear it. Yeah. Ah, damn it.
well.
There we go. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No, not really. I'm searching. Searching?
she was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little bit? Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No, I'm searching. Searching?
she was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she was doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen,
"Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so. But why? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I've searched your room. I've searched your floor from one corner to another. I didn't find a single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. Oh, excuse me. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it?
I see.
Could somebody have used it to... Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well?
That's the question, isn't it? Monokuma's room Makoto's room cleanliness. The bathroom. And on the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her, it made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that thought held me up and supported me. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? It's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist doesn't look swollen. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittering there on her wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is, there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of her hands are totally spotless. So how come only her left finger? Sayaka's wrist. The stab wound on her stomach was what killed her. So then, what broke her wrist? That must have happened earlier on. I mean, how could her wrist get broken after she had already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever the killer they used to kill her, where'd they get it? It's definitely something I could look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, her right wrist is broken, swollen. Oh, okay. So this is just everything I already figured out. Okay.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers? That must have been Sayaka's dying message. What do you mean by dying message?
So...
It's something a victim writes right before they die. Usually a way to tell people who killed them. Now, generally, whoever writes it doesn't make it totally obvious. They'll either write it somewhere the killer wouldn't notice, or write it out in code or something. Wow, that's pretty incredible.
Hey.
Have you heard of... Oh my god. Have you ever heard of Ellery Queen? Who?
Whew.
Never mind.
It would seem...
Saw the bloody numbers. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It was as if she wrote it, it was as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an inspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means that she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, you know what the result would be. The result?
Well?
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Dying message. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the doors of the bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one that, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was locked. But once I learned the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame.
Correct.
So the door doesn't... So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see it right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the door. Huh? The doorknob! What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? Excuse me. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms have locks, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently struck me with a sudden realization. She shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already gotten my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking around into where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I also should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in the video. Excuse me. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is.
By the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence right before. Right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
you son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
So if I find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound their goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo,
That'll all get sorted out when when the time comes. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
hey,
I'm trying not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Well, I talked to them. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. Huh? This is definitely my room. But the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. The nameplates to my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates. Oh, hi, Byakuya.
very strange.
So why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you were the culprit? No, you got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? She's dead because of me? Then it should have been me that died. Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. But if that's really true, then Leon.
Seems like...
Something didn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Oh, he's telling me to check the nameplates. Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Maisona doing in your room? Let me just say this.
Most
I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. You really think I'm guilty? Well, first I'm gonna go check the murder weapon, because it seems like a kitchen knife. Oh, hi, Allie. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh, no, I'm just taking a break, actually. Oh, no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why. But being in the dining hall helps me calm down. So I know I shouldn't, but I've been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Yep. A knife is missing. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but looks like one of them is missing. Was it something from the very beginning? Was it missing from the very beginning, or I better see if anyone here knows more about it. Kitchen knife set. Cool. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. A knife just suddenly disappeared like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope, I remember, last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, when I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were... I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You could tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. I always account. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not! I would never! Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her? On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Well, so much for that. I'm gonna go to the trash room. I know I walked by it earlier, but I'm gonna go check it out. There's a hatch to the floor. Rattle, rattle. The door won't budge. It must be locked. Oh, cool. There's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line! The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get to... how do you get the gate to... How do you get this gate open?
No!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty? No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Who's on cleaning duty?
No!
No,
you
no,
can't
no!
go any further.
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
No! You can't
No,
go
no,
any
no!
further.
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Cleaning duty. Hey, a button. Looks like some kind of switch. I wonder what it does. Oh, I got a nice coin from that. And that must be how to get out. Yes. Well, we talked to Hifumi, and he mentioned about trash room. Maybe he'll know something about that. I'm looking for whoever was on cleaning duty.
Cleaning duty. As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started.
And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room?
Here we go.
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it into the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get to the trash room? You need a key to get in the trash room? And only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time, so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does mean more. That does seem more convenient.
So, in other words,
Actually, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate, unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. But boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, Fatty! Why do you want a cleaning duty gig, anyway?
Oh,
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. That's the big deal.
You...
What's the big deal? Liar! I know why you did it.
Is it like...
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, and poking around, and poking around at it.
there's no way
What
to
are
think
you
about
talking
this in a
about?
common sense kind of way.
All my love is for Tootie,
You know what I mean.
But there's still kinds of trash, but there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of Tootie and then turn to...
I would never get tired of Tootie! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. And the only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable mortality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accommodate them from picking up the trash and disposing of it.
What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, you're where's the harm in it?
That's not how it's supposed to...
Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you.
What? So you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover... you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save the village, or beat a boss!
No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into a trash room and look around.
Oh, okay.
So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room.
You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he'd say. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, just hurry it up. Just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled out a key out of his pocket. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi,
Not a doubt.
surely you aren't planning on to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along!
No! I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not.
But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You wanted to see if you'd left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world?
Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. That's a huge trash can. Is that where we're supposed to put whatever trash we can't burn? Well, whatever it's for. Doesn't look it doesn't look it's hiding any clues. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. Burnt
A burnt piece. Like a hunk? Like a hunk of birdie love?
Anyway, this looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape is part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed? But there's a lot of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Ah! And it's on right now!
Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on the cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this stuff before we leave, okay? Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last night. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a
Perhaps
fairy?
it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi, do you realize what you just said?
Huh? A fairy?
No, you just said last time you were in here, the incinerator was off.
Ah, yes.
About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on.
I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate,
Most suspicious.
it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet...
So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. How is that possible? Incinerator. There are shards of broken glass shattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball. Excuse me, my goodness. Just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this
Yeah, is that...
Do you know what it is?
They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it, and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did that particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. Shattered crystal ball. That's the whole, this whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards had burnt clothes words. What does it all mean, Mr. Nayagi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me? Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. The green button turns it on, the yellow button turns it off. So it seems, anyway. Alright, let's go to the gym, since I have 2 things to talk to 2 people about. Actually, let me go grab... I still have to go also grab the disc from Sayaka's room. Because that's what I wanted to investigate as well. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might not be, but it might be worth checking it out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Now we can make our way to the gym.